I just thought that I would actually come back in, and I wanted to give you guys an update on my ORMUS journey. Um, I think I had a little malfunction journey on my ORMUS journey. So you guys, if you saw my last video, you know that I am on this journey utilizing ORMUS, right? So what happened was I went through like the first, I think I did the first video on the first 2 days, right? And then this journey, this video is on what I experienced for the first 5 days of taking ORMUS. So remember when I said the first part of me, hey y'all, Tanya Jerry Trust. So the first day of me, the first day that I touched the ORMUS, what happened was it was I got dizzy. It was exactly like when I touched Moldavite for the first time. I was trying to compare it to what it was, and I was trying to put my finger on what that feeling was about. But that is just how, I'm going to say this. I've had ORMUS before, and I took it a little bit right before I had my past life regression. Remember Justina gave me some. That ORMUS, I didn't notice nothing, and I really should have at that time. But I will say this because I'm more open now. What I'm doing now is more than what I was doing then. Okay, I'll say that. But still, I also believe, now this is just my own personal, because I've had experience with ORMUS before. I also believe that it has something to do with the alchemist who what word do I want to use? Come on with it, because y'all don't want to use the right word. It had something to do also with the alchemist who created the ORMUS. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put that right there. So, with that being said, just like when people create oracle and tarot decks, they have energy that is connected to the card because they are the creator. Just like a person who creates a tattoo for you, they're the artist, they're the alchemist, etc., etc. All right, with that being said, when you buy, per se, ORMUS that has been mass produced, it is just a little bit different than people who make it up in small batches. Now, I'm just the messenger on this. It's not that it's not effective. It's just a little bit different, okay? So with that being said, when I held the bottle, I'm just going to recap. I felt dizzy, and I couldn't place what that was about, right? I was just holding the package, reopening it, and that's when I felt the woo 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 woo. There was a little, little something going on. I was like, ooh, that's kind of different. Hold on, let me get myself together. Then I took the bottle on out, and as I held the bottle and began to talk to the bottle, right? Begin to talk to it, because it is a real live and breathing and what other word I want to use? Live breathing and what other word I want to use? Live breathing and moving molecules. I thank y'all, because I was struggling with what to say. Moving molecules. So this alchemy is going into the body. Okay, it's going into the body. But while I was holding it, I could feel it. All right, just gonna say that. So the first time I dropped it in tea, boop boop. You can go back and watch that video and see what happened. Now, from day 2 up until now, which would be day 5, I was gonna wait until tomorrow, but I decided to do it today. One day I did it where I just took it in my half a teaspoon, not tablespoon, no, half a teaspoon. I took it, right? And then the next few days up until now, I just put the drops in the water again. I'm trying to see, was there a difference between when I took it orally and when I put it in something and drank it orally? I just was trying to see what happened. There was no difference when I drank it from the glass with water or whatever substance tea than it was when I just took it by the spoonful. The difference is when you see it in the water, it looks like maybe somebody took a BC powder and put it in there, except you know, when you take a BC, it's always cloudy and then it drops to the bottom of the glass. Baby, I'm gonna post a picture. When I did it, this with the water, you could see it doing its thing in the water. You could see it. So then I watched it for a little while, and long enough, I stepped outside of the room where I poured it. And then I got my phone and I snapped a picture from outside the door where I was. I didn't take the phone into the room. In fact, there are no electronics in that room, right? And I have it put up in my armoire. So what I noticed from day 3 until day 5 is a total sense of concentration that's heightened. A total sense of me not, when there's something that come up that I feel like my mind is drifting to a space where maybe it shouldn't be. It was an immediate cancel delete without me even having to do it. And that was something. Normally I'd be like, okay, cancel delete. You know, where's this thought going to? Cancel delete, right? While I was taking the ORMUS, it was kind of like, oh, you observe something and then you just keep moving. I didn't even get the opportunity to kind of like sit there and listen and, you know, to your own self, to your inner chatter, hell, even to your ego, whatever it is. You didn't have opportunity to do that. And this has to do, one, with the alchemist. And it also has to do with, two, your intention in when you were speaking to the ORMUS, which is live, moving, engaging molecules. Baby. Now, let's go back a little bit more. If you ever moon water, let's say you have some moon water that you set out and allow it to be charged, and you put it in a particular bottle. It's coming in its own bottle, maybe it's a brand new bottle, and you write on it love, harmony, and stuff like that. Then when you pour it in your glass, you want to drink it, and you just speak to it. Thank you for nourishing all of my cells, my protons, my neutrons, my molecules, my vessels, all that is flowing through my body. Thank you for going to the organs and the tissues that need you the most first. Now, this is real life shit that I be saying, okay? And if you ever get to talk to one of my guys, they'll tell you, yes, you do it. You know, yes, you do it. So with that being said, whatever it is, the intention that you speak to it, it knows. It knows. Plus, it knows its job. So one might say, well, what is the job of ORMUS? Well, it just depends. The ORMUS is made up of monatomic gold, which is what it's called. That's whatever. Some people call it that, right? So I think that has to do with the periodic table of elements, some of that. So I think it's got something to do with that because of the ingredients that go into it. So, baby, once you turn those ingredients, that also includes the Dead Sea salt and some other things, you can look that up, you know. Once you turn those things into this monatomic gold, or ORMUS, as it's so lovely called. I call mine. Oh, and I even gave mine a name. What's up, Ormy? Hey, Ormy. Good morning, Ormy. Hey, we got a relationship. We is in a situation and a relationship right up in here. Okay, so I gave mine. Okay, I gave mine a name, Ormy. I spelled it Ormeey, Ormy. What's up, Ormy? I'm back again. And then I'll hold it and I'll talk to it, and then we'll proceed with what we're doing. So with that being said, I noticed over the past 3 days a heightened sense of concentration in what I'm doing, including my work. So much so that I totally missed a live that Trust did because I was into my work down. Okay? I totally missed it. Totally missed it. In my mind, I already knew what's happening on Wednesday. But baby, it was gone. It was like, okay, this come first, and then you can get that. You already got, you know, she got to replay. Okay, bye. So that's kind of what that was like. Now, I want to talk about the experience of the canceling, deleting of obtrusive and irrelevant thoughts that come in throughout the day. You know, we have 1,000 thoughts, including low vibrational thoughts that don't serve any purpose. You could be out and somebody do something crazy. It's like, oh, that's fucked up. You know, just whatever. Don't mean you low vibrational. Just mean just low vibrational thoughts that you could have. I was aware immediately when it was about to come in, the thought or was about to go, whatever. It was immediate before sometimes I could even stop the thought. I could literally feel it being like, up, just you're not needed. Goodbye. Slam the door. Boom. I was like, nigga, this is so phenomenal. Okay, it's phenomenal. Shut the door on whatever thoughts that did not serve you. So let's put that out there on the table. Next, there was also a heightened awareness of stuff around me. So what's stuff? So you have energy around you. You're made up of energy. You have your aura. You have energy of others. And there will be times that I would just kind of stop and just look and take notice of anything on the outside of my aura, and you could feel it. You could feel it moving. I don't even know how to explain much more of this to you. Like, you become more in tune, if that makes sense. All right. So much so that yesterday when I went walking, I was listening to Trust and the experience that was being conducted. Now, I couldn't sit on a bench. I didn't want to, right? I wanted to keep walking, right? So I didn't want to sit on the bench. I could have sat on the bench and then then continued walking once the experience was over. But I just said to myself, higher self and all, allow me to have this experience while I'm walking and still pay attention to what's going on around me. Now, I don't feel like it was just because I wanted that. That's one part of it. But because the ORMUS was already doing its job in cleaning up stuff, moving shit around. And when I say that, I'm talking about energetically and what it was intentionally designed, because it has its own job for it and for you, the consuming person of it. So as I was talking inside my head, I want to make sure that this is something that I can experience while I'm walking, if that's possible. So I know I look shiny, y'all. It's just light. So what I did was I said what I needed to say, put out there my intentions, and then boom. Like I said, and I just made the video on Instagram about my experience with her experience, and it was buck wild. First of all, it allowed me to do several things at one time. And I guess you guys probably know, because I know I've spoken on it before, about being highly stimulated. I could be overly stimulated. And that is to do with my connection, right? So I know it was yesterday, it was about, not yesterday, but the video was kind of about connecting. For those who think they couldn't connect or having trouble, that's not me. However, I know that because I'm connected, I know that I can tell when it's something different outside of that. Because if you're the vessel, you know, right? So I could tell, in addition to me already being heightened and connected, then it was more, right? With the ORMUS. The ORMUS was like doing this thing and cleaning up and moving stuff that don't belong there, and then allowing things to come through and opening and oh, pineal, thank you. Because baby, they ain't playing about it. Baby, at my pineal, all right, who is in the house? Because baby, y'all always got me burning the fuck up. All right, so I don't know who here. Damn. Y'all ain't gonna believe what I just heard. I was like, who is hot up in this motherfucker? First, I thought it was the light. No, okay. Thank you, MJ, for coming through. All right. Come on through, baby. It's all good. I gotta get my fan. Because, baby, you is making me hot. Okay? And this is not normal. Okay. So, what was I saying? Damn. MJ, you made me forget what the hell I was saying. Okay, what was I talking about? Anyway. So it knows what its job is, right? So as I was, thank you for putting me back on track. He said, just calm down. All right. So when I made that intention to be able to hear and experience everything, that is when They was like, all right, we got you, right? So the focus of being on the ORMUS, it heightened it heightened my attention to balance several things that was going on. One, be aware of what's going on around me. Two, be able to have the experience. Three, listen. And four, visualize what is being said. All right. Okay. So I normally don't have a problem with visualization because I do that when people having regular conversation. They're telling me something. If I don't watch it, I have to really pay attention and kind of move around my, my eyes and thoughts around things around me while a person is talking. That way I'm not getting so zoned in. I have a clairvoyant moment, which I'm not always trying to do. I just want to listen to the person, okay? But if I'm not careful, it will go into a clairvoyant moment and I'm just right there in the whole situation, okay? Which can be very beautiful at times. So I'm learning to turn that on, turn that off, and be okay when it pops up, right? All right. So the next thing that happened was when she started talking about that door. Now, I am talking about the ORMUS, but I'm also talking about an experience that we had. Some people, if you want to call it a meditation, but it was definitely an experience. But it was definitely a situation where you are consciously being put into an experience if you allow yourself. So those that come across this video, this is what I'm speaking of. A friend had a situation where there were energies that came through, energies, whatever you want to call them, beings, whatever you want to call them, came through, and they were giving us an experience to visit Lumeria, which was beautiful, by the way. All right, now, I will say this. The ORMUS allowed me to be able to have that balance. So now I have been working on balancing things. So this is kicking right in where it needs to go. Now, also my visualization was heightened, right? So soon as she started talking about the freaking door, right? There's a door that you're going to go through, right? I was like, all right, okay, where your door at? First, I didn't see nothing. Then all of a sudden, the people that I was walking in front of in the track, boom, they just went away and boom, a screen popped up. And then I was in a room. I was in a hallway. Door here, door here. And as I walked towards it, boom, it flung open. And then it was another door. Door here, boom, it flung open. It just kept going until there was a door all the way down at the hallway, but I hadn't reached it yet. So as those doors were flinging open, I could see them flinging open as I approached each one, trying to figure out which door I want to go through. And then she said, now walk through the door. Well, I was at that point, was trying to figure out what door to fucking walk through. Like, which one of these doors I want to walk through, right? Which one? Baby. All the doors that was going down the hallway, they went boom into one freaking door. So I didn't get to pick which door. They took me with one door through all the doors. No matter what information was being held in those doors, I didn't have to pick because I feel like in my mind, I didn't really want to pick. And so they were like, okay, you don't have to pick. We're gonna allow you to experience everything in each one of these doors. And boom, they went together and boom, I walked through one door. That shit fucked me up. Okay. I just talked about this on the other thing, on the YouTube. So the ORMUS thusly has given me more of a sense of heightened energy around me, and it is working on decalcifying my pineal gland. That is what they just, well, I think it was MJ, let me know just a few minutes ago, because that was one of my intentions. I missed the IG, but I'm gonna go back and watch it. Oh, it's all good. So what's happening is you're having the decalcification. You also have to be mindful of the different things that you're consuming at the same time, right? So that's happening, and I was already kind of happening. So now, because I want this full experience, you do it even more, right? So day 5 of this, week 1 of the ORMUS, it has been amazing. And I will still say I've had ORMUS before. So I do feel like it would have to do, because when you make ORMUS, you now become pretty much to some degree an alchemist. So you got the master alchemist. I don't care if it's your first time, second time, 10th time making it. Those that make up in smaller batches, or people who make them versus a company making it. Now, when you think about it, a company making it, somebody having a bad day and they making it and they bottling it, or they handling the machine and bottling, what you think happened? Because I already just told you what ORMUS is. It is a live breathing situation, molecules, energy. And so Now you got, you probably got garbage. Okay, my bad. If some of y'all got something that you purchased from a company, I mean, I ain't saying you got garbage, but I'm saying this is the reason why when uh, light workers or readers, when we get our decks, we cleanse them. This is the reason why, because they could be gunked. Then you got to clean that up. All right. Same thing. The difference with ORMUS, I don't really think that after it's made, it still has its job. But if it's around and they're making it around like a lot of electricity and things, it's actually taken away from the properties. If you think about that, So, the ORMUS created by the alchemist, and your intentions that you, and as you speak to it, it is taking that on, right? It is taking that on. So, do anybody have any questions about my experience so far with the ORMUS? All right, I guess he's gone because I have totally cooled down. I feel good now. All right, I guess he just came in to check on me. What's up, bitch? Nah, shit. Anybody got any questions about the ORMUS or the process? All I can say is that, you know how sometimes somebody can give you a placebo pill and that you feel, they tell you, oh, it's going to make your headache go away, and it don't. So I am one of those type of people, like, this ain't doing shit. What the hell? I don't feel nothing. And I am one of those people who can be honest with myself to know this ain't it. Or you just thinking that, okay, maybe I am. This is not the case. This is a full-on experiment for me to see based on the relationship that me and Ormy have. Okay, me and Ormy have a relationship now. Okay. All right, no questions. All right, so if y'all don't have any questions, thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all for doing that. And that's all I have for now. So what I'll do is I'll wait for next Saturday to update on my experiences even further. So today when I go downstairs and sit on my block and have my meditation, and I want to go through that experience again, since I didn't really get to fully have the experience full in, because some pieces I missed, like I told y'all about the pod, and I showed y'all kind of what my pod actually looked like, or my craft or whatever. I didn't get to do the whole thing because, I was popping in and out of, not consciousness, experience awareness. So I was popping in and out of that, if somebody was walking up to me or something, a weird noise or something like that. So I will do that today. Okay? All right, y'all. That's all I have for y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. It's Friday, baby. And, we just got paid and ain't got shit to do. Yeah, okay, listen. Now you pushing the envelope a little bit. Okay, ain't nobody said nothing about no damn thrust, squat, thrust. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. I was talking to my sister the other day about her doing burpees. She used to do them 10 at night and 10 in the morning. It's always somebody got to be extra at the end, Tanya. Like, why? Why? I'm not about to do no squat thrust. Not the kind you're talking about. Squats, yes. But the squat thrust, Tanya, that's you asking too much right now, okay? Oh, maybe that's something that me and Ormy can talk about tomorrow, incorporating. Ain't no, oh, wow. Oh, you talking about my sister? Oh, yeah, she could do them like nothing. So, I am going to try and, I'm going to try to incorporate that too. So after I do my walking and stuff, I'm gonna try to incorporate now. I don't know about thrust, squat thrust at my level. I don't know what they look like, but I know what they are. Okay, y'all. Thanks, Ormy. Right? Okay. So those of you that come across this video, if you buy ORMUS, I would say when you hold the ORMUS in your hand, what does it feel like? Now, the average person might think, well, first of all, you already know that you're on a journey. Your conscious collective teams, your spirit guides, everybody know that you're on a journey. And you're getting this ORMUS for a reason. They know you're getting it. So they already know you're signing up for it. So when you buy this ORMUS, take note of what it feels like. What it feels like, okay? Now, I think this weekend, no, today, I am going to go out and, because see, I'm going to go out and I am going to make my own batch of ORMUS. The problem that I'm having is I'm going to make me some bougie ORMUS, okay? Well, everything got to be bougie. Cause, baby, I'm going to go out and get the container. I had already looked at it. So I have the list of stuff that I need. The only thing that I was wanting is trying to figure out a place where to place it. Because I want to be able to, like, from a distance, give y'all like a good zoom in view of like what it's looking like without me stepping into the space with an electronic device. So, Chad, I guess that's, so I could do it in the closet, in the hallway where the towels and stuff are, where you got all your other little products. But I don't know if it's okay for the stuff to be around products. I think it might be okay as long as it's not like around, see, I don't know. That's why I said the closet would be perfect, because I can open up the closet door, stand in the hallway, and do a little video for y'all. But if it's in the bedroom, it's like trying to get up real close, because there's nothing like your eye seeing, and you are at a distance trying to see through the camera. So I'm not quite sure how where I'm gonna put it, but I'm gonna go get the remaining things that I need for it. This is going to be an experience, and I could keep it in the closet, but take it from on my chifforobe top. Just take everything off, because you're only going to need it for like I don't know, a week or two or something like that. Week. I hope the container got some glitter and right. I'm gonna take all my little crystals over here and put them over there. My pendulum. I'm gonna put Nunu in there. Girl, okay, so it's a lot. So I think what I can do is keep the blinds shut and put the container right there. It's close to the window, or I could put it by the nightstand around the corner and just kind of get a little picture like that. We're gonna see, okay? All right. So that's all I have for y'all. Thank y'all so much for popping in and just to watch my journey with ORMUS. It's going very well. And I will say that the sometimes I like little something sweet. They just jerk that on out the way. Like they're just like okay, you don't really need that right now. Plus you're trying to concentrate on some stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. You used to be like, well, just one. So the intentions that are being set with it are just phenomenal. So if you ever try it and you ever get your hands on some, just know, have a working relationship with your ORMUS. So me and Ormy, we got to understand. She understand me, I understand with her. I understand what she's supposed to do in her job and her journey, but I also understand that I can actually tweak the recipe and allow also my intentions to manifest with what she's doing. She can help me with that. And she understands I can help you with that more than you know, but I also have my job and I have to be on top of what I do. I'm like, okay. So me and Ormy, we understand each other, you know? Oh, my color is pink. I know, right? Okay. So I'm gonna have a clear jar so that we can see. And I actually am going to take, I have different types of candles, and I'm actually gonna, you know, I don't think the burning. Yeah, I can use a candle. Yes, I can use a candle. So I'm gonna use my candles. So anyway, I will keep y'all up to date. I'm gonna go and get my stuff this weekend, continue with my journey. Yeah, we just gonna see what happens. Yeah, have a beautiful day. Take care.